Welcome. I'm Amanda Merriam, the Vice President of Curves, and I am so happy that you're joining us today. Today, we have an important topic that we're sharing with you: pelvic floor strength. I know this isn't something that we commonly talk about, but before we get started, I'm going to ask a few questions. If any of this applies to you, I want you to give me a thumbs up or a heart on this post, or just type me in the comments. Pelvic floor health is not something that is typically openly discussed. Some of us might even find it uncomfortable to discuss this with our doctors. At Curves, we try to cultivate a safe space for you to discuss your health and fitness concerns with your coach. Can you relate to the fear of bladder leakage? Has it kept you from living your best life? Have you avoided jumping on a trampoline, going on a bike ride? If any of those things sound like you, comment me in the comments below. Again, I'm Amanda Merriam, the Vice President of Curves. Today I have with me Macie Lee, the Manager of Science and Programs. We're so excited to be with you today to talk about a really important topic: strengthening your pelvic floor. For nearly 27 years, Curves has been a pioneer in women's fitness, helping millions of women get stronger inside and out. Our mission has been and will always be to strengthen women by providing a fun, fast, and safe workout options. Over the last several years, we have worked closely with our science advisory team to develop a variety of topics that are important to women. We call these classes our Health and Wellness Education Series. We believe that knowledge is powerful, and we want to empower you to live your best life. These are self-paced 6-week courses that you can do from the comfort of your home or stream from any mobile device to ensure you have the accountability and support you need. You will have weekly one-on-one coaching sessions in a club or online to review that week's learning with a certified Curves coach. Today, we want to talk specifically about our topic, strengthening your pelvic floor. Macie, can you tell us a little more about pelvic floor health?
Absolutely. So, why is pelvic floor health so important? It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans and 1/4 of Australians suffer from urinary incontinence, and roughly 80% of that is women. Our current topic, as Amanda said, is strengthening your pelvic floor. In this 6-week course, you're going to learn the anatomy of the core and the pelvic floor, common causes for incontinence, and pelvic organ prolapse. You'll also learn exercises to help improve your pelvic floor health. In this class, we're going to focus on different aspects of pelvic floor health, including the anatomy and exercises. As Amanda said, this is a self-paced class that you can do from the comfort of your own home and help develop healthy, valuable fitness skills to help you live a healthy, more rewarding life. At Curves, connecting with our members is critical. That's why everyone that enrolls in this class will have a Curves coach to support them through the content. We offer both in-club and virtual coaching sessions. If there's not a club in your area, no problem. We can support you with a virtual coach. We know the support of a coach is the key to navigating new information. In week 1, you're going to review the anatomy of the core, including the diaphragm and pelvic floor, and how they work together to support your organs. These muscles also play a major role in breathing and mobility. In week 2, we'll discuss hypertonia, specifically the common causes for a hypertonic pelvic floor. And then in week 3, we're going to review the different types of incontinence and their common causes. It's been found that incontinence can be improved by strengthening your pelvic floor. Now, I actually want to give you guys a little demo of some of these exercises. The first exercise that we're going to review is engaging the core. This technique will teach you how to create a solid ring of muscles around your midsection. So let's try this. I want you to place your hands on the sides of your abdomen, on your obliques. And I want you to take a nice, slow, deep breath, letting your hands gradually move away from each other, both front and back and to the sides. As you exhale, I want to challenge you to hold that solid ring. Don't let it come in. Now you've engaged your core. It's really important that we practice this type of core engagement so that we avoid bearing down or flexing in the lumbar spine which actually adds pressure to the pelvic floor. So anytime we're doing a heavy lifting movement, such as a squat, we want to engage our core to, again, protect our spine, but also not put additional pressure on that pelvic floor. Now let's try the pelvic tips front to back. I'm going to play a short video and explain the exercise, and then I want you to try it. So with this exercise, what we're going to do is stand with your feet hip distance apart and a soft bend in your knees. You want to place your hands on your hips, and then you're going to use controlled motions to tip your pelvis forward, tucking your tailbone underneath, and then tipping your pelvis back, bringing your tailbone up towards your spine. Think of it as your pelvis is a bowl of water. As you bring your tailbone back and up, the water's going to spill out the front. And then as you tuck your tailbone underneath, your water's going to spill out the back. We also want to make sure we breathe as we move. So are you ready to try it? Let's try that again. We're going to stand with our feet hip distance apart and place our hands on our hips, a soft bend in the knee. We're going to use controlled motions to tip that pelvis forward, and then breathe. Use controlled motions to tip that pelvis to the back. Again, these are small movements, but we are really isolating the lower abdomen as well as the pelvic floor. Our next movement is a pelvic tip left to right. So now we're going to stand with our feet hip distance apart again. We're going to place our hands on our hips or straight down by our sides because we want to isolate that pelvis. And we're going to tip our pelvis to the right by contracting our left oblique, relax, and then repeat on the other side. Again, we want to move with our breath and think of our pelvis as a bowl of water. As we contract the right side, the water is going to spill out the left. As we contract the left, the water is going to spill out the right. Are you ready to try it? Great. Why don't you go ahead and stand up? And let's try that. Feet hip distance apart, a soft bend in the knees. We're going to tip that pelvis to the right. Use controlled motions to come back to center. Tip the pelvis to the left. Okay, Amanda.
Macie spotlighted a few of the weeks and the content, but there is a wealth of information in our Strengthening Your Pelvic Floor class. This includes the Strengthening Your Pelvic Floor course that, as I mentioned before, you can access from home or any device that has internet. This means you can do the course from your smartphone, tablet, laptop, desktop, or even smart TV. This will also include weekly one-on-one meetings with one of our coaches to help you with the exercises that you learn in class. If you'd like more information about strengthening your pelvic floor or any of the health and wellness classes, we encourage you to stop by and talk to one of our coaches. If there's not a club in your area, please leave a comment below and we'll get back with you. Thank you.